Hello, my name is Irene Pham. Today I will be talking about the influence of China on Korean and Vietnamese morpheme. Sino-Xenic refers to a word that is coined in 1953 by the linguist Samuel E. Martin, where the word is used to describe vocabularies that systematically borrow words from the Chinese lexicon while not be genetically related to Chinese. This can be seen below with an image of a language tree which shows that Vietnamese belong to the Austroasiatic family, Chinese belonging to the Sino-Tibetan family, and whilst debated, Korean and Japanese belonging to separate language family. The relationship between China and Korea can be traced as far back as the Three Kingdom period, where each kingdom conducted some sort of trade or tributary system with China. It should be noted that while these interactions can be attributed to the adoption of some sort of adoption of Chinese, it was not until King Gyeongdok of Unified Shilla of 757 AD that ordered the change of native Korean place names to Chinese style names. The system was adopted by the later Goryeo and Joseon dynasty and remained in place until modern Korean era, where we see the invention of Hangul. The changing Korean language system over time can be summarized and categorized into five different periods. First, Old Korean period, where we see anything that's prior to the era of Unified Shilla. There are very limited records that survive, but with the one that we do have, it's very hard to establish any sort of phonological system in detail. But we do see, based on the stone tablet with the Edo inscription, it during this period of time, the mixing of Chinese character with Korean word syntax and morphology is highly utilized, and the writing was using Edo. Next is the early Middle Korean period, where we categorize with the Goryeo dynasty. During this period of time, we see a Korean vowel shift taking place between the 13th and 15th century because of the Mongolian and Jurchen loanword. During the late Middle Korean period, this is when King Sejong invented the Hangul alphabet in 1443, and it mainly takes place during the Joseon dynasty and the end of the 16th century. Next is recent Korean. This occurs between the 17th and 19th century. During this period of time, we see a major phonological shift, with the diacritic dot disappearing, the merge of certain vowels, and the triangle that is used to represent the Z sound disappeared. Lastly, during modern Korean, which is what we refer to as what we know today, Hanja becomes less common as Hangul becomes the standard. As you can see, this is the first newspaper to do so, where we do not see any Hanja character and it's completely in pure Hangul, which is significant at that time, as Hanja was still considered a very important language system for people to know. Similar to Korea, Vietnam has had a long, deep and intertwining relationship with China due to colonialism. This is especially evident with the period of 1000 năm Bắc thuộc, a period where 11 BC to 905 AD, where the Zhao dynasty colonized northern Vietnam. The borrowing of Chinese into Vietnamese include not only the name but also the entire naming system, including the order of the family, middle, and given name. And the name also indicates some sort of gender. Some of the most common Chinese surnames throughout Vietnam are also Trần, Hoàng, and Ly, as Vietnamese and Chinese people begin marrying each other. Modern Vietnamese is a combination of English, French, Thai, and Chinese. It is important to note that the word Thai in this context and the language Thai are very different, as Thai refers to the national language of modern Thailand, while Thai in this context refers to the main language group within the Thai Kadai language family to which Thai belongs to. Many of these words that we do get from Proto-Thai people are related to agriculture and animal husbandry. The change in Vietnamese language system over time can be summarized and categorized into 6 different periods. First, pre-Vietnamese. During this period is before anything the Han dynasty. There is little historical evidence, but linguists can theorize that the language mainly borrowed from Proto-Thai people. It is also highly influenced by Austroasiatic, Thai Kadai, and non-Chinese Sino-Tibetan people. Next is Proto-Vietnamese. Again, very little records survived during this period of time. It takes place between 7th to the 9th century, but during this period of time, we see the development of the tonal system that is commonly used in Vietnamese today, and this was done mainly by using other sister language to reconstruct this theory. Next is Archaic Vietnamese. This takes place during the Ngo dynasty and can be defined by tonal stabilization and the usage of classical Chinese in government administration thanks to the influx of Chinese migrants and intermarriage between influential family. It should be noted that while classical Chinese is used by the government during this period of time, Vietnamese people spoke their own, the local people spoke their own Vietnamese language. Next is Ancient Vietnamese. From 10th to 16th century, in the 15th century, we see the introduction of chữ Nom, which is a script that uses Chinese letter to write Sino-Vietnamese word. Next is Middle Vietnamese, which spanned from 16th to 20th century. During this period of time, we begin seeing the introduction of the Latin alphabet, which this becomes later known as Quốc ngữ, which is the national language of Vietnam. And we see this introduction of the Latin alphabet thanks to French Jesuit lexicographer Alexandre de Rhodes. Lastly, we are brought to today modern Vietnamese, where we see Latin letters but with Chinese pronunciation. Many of the borrowing today does come from French word. The influence of China on these two countries is still evident today, even if Chinese is no longer a true homonyms due to different pronunciation, as seen in the following slide. The three language can be divided into three systems. First, completely homographic synonyms. This means that Vietnamese, Korean, and Chinese have the same pronunciation and have the same meaning. As you can see in below, the word Kisuksa is pronounced Kitupsa, which means dormitory. Tehak is pronounced Daihak, meaning college. Tochik and Tochuk means to put something together or celebrate. Next, partial homograph refer to the case where they use Chinese character, but the arrangement causes the word to mean two different things, as you can see in this the word Cantong, where in the Chinese character are the same in both the Vietnamese meaning, but by flipping the order, one word will refers to the space and the atmosphere of an environment, while the other one refers to cheating. Next are homograph, referring to situation where Chinese character can mean two different things in the two languages. As you can see, this same Chinese Hanja character, one means PhD in Korean, Paksa, and the other means Dr. Baxi in Vietnamese. In conclusion, Vietnamese and Korean share many common traits. As we can see, they're both bound morphemes. Their Sino-Vietnamese and the Sino-Korean cannot stand by itself, and it follows the Chinese morphology of head and modifier. However, in contrast to Korean, Sino-Vietnamese is not commonly used today and is mainly reserved for academic writing. And nowadays, any new words that are introduced to the language mainly borrow from English. In contrast, Korean, it's more commonly used, as we can see with the Sino-Korean numbering system, and new words are frequently created, as we can see Hanghyun Pohan. Here my citation, and thank you.